Hey, what's up, guys? Chili from Motown here. So I was getting ready to do a little bit of practice session. Yesterday I didn't have just the greatest session, so I was getting ready to do a practice session today, and just to show you what I've got, I'm going to go ahead over here. I'm going to do a testing 1, 2, 4. I just want to see if I've got feed in here coming yet. So what I've got. George was kind enough to share with me the graphs that show the ATS, the new stats. At the top of my display, you should be able to notice the row count, and as the rows are inputted, that will fill across the top. I have the graphs at the bottom of the screen that you should be seeing to help fill in the ATS area, and I have a couple more, like on this stat page here. It does have the graphs, but there's nothing in there at the moment. And then over here it's pretty much the same thing. It has the graphs, it has the gauges, it has our chat feeding in, and I have the stats for the ATS at the bottom, just to kind of play along. So what we'll do, we'll go ahead and get started right here. Like I said yesterday, I had a horrendous session. It was horrendous. I don't even remember my SOR. It was somewhere very low. I have a $1,000 bankroll here, which is 100, 200, and this is a 500. That makes 7, 3 black chips, $1,000 bankroll. All right, so what I've been practicing here lately is utilizing hot bets. So I'm just going to stick with that for a little while. I'm going to come out with the set I like the most, just the 3-2, 3-6 dice set. And I'm going to stick with that for a little bit, utilizing hot bets with that set. What I like to do with that set is just to start off with a point and maybe get a few of my ATS numbers hit. And then if I'm fortunate enough to continue, so here we go. 3-2, 3-6 is the dice set. So we hit a 6-2-8. So our point's are 8. Now both of those dice exploded. So that's not what we meant to see. That's an 8. So that should fill in on our ATS at the bottom of the screen, and it does. So what we'll want to see is we want to hit on axis. You know, this what I'm doing here is I'm betting 50 on the 5, 50 on the 9, and I'm hopping all 6s and 8s for a nickel each. So, you know, utilizing hot bets, we are trying to hit on axis. If we cannot stay on axis, this betting method is not going to win anything for us. 1, 2, 3. And there's a 4-1-5. So this isn't on axis. That's a single pitch. We hit a 5. All right, so let's go ahead and get the 5 in the tracker. Go ahead and get that input. All right, so let's so the 5 pays 70. I got 50 out there, pays 70. We're going to take this 30. We lose that, so we're going to re-up it. So we're just going to collect $40. We're going to collect 40. What we're basically really hoping for with this dice set is several hardway or a few hardway hits, which would be the 4-4 and the 3-3. That's what this dice set is supposed to produce. And if we can get those by hopping the 6 and 8 for $5 each, it'd pay 30 to 1. 1, 2, 3. And that's not good. So we have a 5-2-7. Our right dice exploded, created a 7, so we are down. We collected 40. Something that I didn't put up was my pass line for $10. and my $25 ATS. So we're down that too. That would have been up. All right, so this is what, that was a short roll. That's $165. That was everything combined. That was the pass line, the ATS for a quarter, and the hot bets that we had to put up twice, and the $100 place bets we had on 5 and 9. So this is 165. We collected 40. So we're down 125 off of the first shooter. And as I mentioned previously, yesterday I had a horrendous roll. I hope this doesn't turn into another yesterday. So what we're going to do, we're going to get this started again. We're going $10 pass line, $25 ATS, which is a 10, 5, 10. We're going right here. We're going with the black and red this time. We're going red on the left. So we're going to go with the 3, 2, 3, 6 set again. Just hope we can get some better rolls going. That's right. 1, 2, 3. All right, so this time we got a 2-1-3. 2-1-3 is an on-axis single pitch. 2-1. So we hit a 3. We'll go ahead and mark that in our tracker. That helps on our ATS, but it's a frontline loser, so I'm re-upping the $10. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 3, 6. That's right. 1, 2. This time we got a 1, 4, 5. 1, 4, the left dice imploded. 1, 4, 5 is our point. So our point's going to be a 5. All right, so here we go. So this is what we want to do. We want to, we're going to do our, instead of putting our 50 out here on the pass line, we're going to put it for odds. I mean, not pass line, sorry. Instead of putting our 50 for place bets, we're just going to put our odds right there, place bet. We're going to put our 50 on the 9. We're hopping all 6s and 8s. We're hopping all 6s and 8s for $5 each. That's right. 1, 2, 3. All right, we got our 5. So we got a 3, 2, 5. Oh, well, I flipped it. It was a 3, 2. And now it's a 1, 2. But it was a 3, 2 right here. It was a 3, 2, 5. So we hit our point. So it pays $10 on the front. Go ahead and insert that 5. That should display that we hit our point. Yeah, so it did. It shows up there on the top of the screen in green. That means we hit our point. All right, so it pays $10 on the front, and it pays 3 for every 2 on the odds. So it pays like that. All right, we lose the $30 hops. We're not replacing those at the moment because we don't work any come out bets on the, we don't work any place bets on the come out. So let's just rack this up and we're going to continue shooting. 3, 2, 3, 6 is our set. We're sticking with this same set for a moment. That's right. 1, 2, 3. All right, 6, 2, 8. 6, 2, 8. Explosion of both dice. Our new point's an 8. New point is an 8. We'll go ahead and put that in the tracker. And this is what we do. We put $50 on the 5. We got 50 on our 9. We're not putting odds here. We're hopping all 6s and 8s for a nickel each. We're staying with the 3, 2, 3, 6 set. Dice. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. All right, so we got a 3, 6, 9. This time we have a single pitch. I cannot keep the stick from hitting them today, but that was in the, that was on the camera. That camera's a little. Let me do something with that camera. Let's do something with that camera. I just noticed that camera is, let's refresh that. Now, that's better. Okay, so 369 is our, we hit a 9. Alright, so we hit a 9, it pays 50. I mean, 50 pays 70, but we want to re-up this 30, so we only collect 40. We collect 40. We're working our $30 hops are back up. We are working our ATS. We still need a 10, 11, and 12. We still need a 2, 4, and 6. So no, at this point, we're not changing sets. Only changing sets when we get closer to needing only extremes. So let's see what happens here. 3, 2, 3, 6, dice route. 1, 2, 3, 1. Alright, there's an 8. So we got a 6, 2, 8. So we have an explosion of 8 of our both dice this time. We hit an 8. Easy way. I have to look into one more function. I think George included a so here's what happens. I lose this quarter for the other rest of the 5 bets. But this hop bet right here pays 75, pays 80 and down. Or it could pay 75 and my red chips stay up. But it pays 80 and down because I do not play, and I get a $10 pass line. Because I do not play any bets on the come out. So I just say 80 and down. Alright, so I have to look at one more thing because I think George included, I think this software that he gave me included on the hard way that the numbers at the top of the screen should be underlined. But I have to go back and look at that function and see if he included that or if there's something that I didn't do right. So here we go. We got a new point coming out. No place bets are working. Only the pass line. Dice route. 1, 2, 3, 1. We got a 4, 2, 6. So again, our right dice exploded, but we have a new point. It's a 6. I was playing a fire bet previously, but I didn't play that today. So our new point's a 6. But if we were playing a fire bet, you can look at the top of the screen and you can see that I had a point of a 5 and I made it. I had a point of an 8 and I made it. And now I have a new point established of a 6. So again, we're playing the we're playing the $5 hop bets for all 6s and all 8s, which is the 3, 3, 4, 2, and 5, 3. 3, 3, 4, 2, and 5, 1. 4, 4. 5, 3, and 6, 2. So that's a total of 6 bets. We're doing each hop bet for $5 each, total of $30. Any 6, any 8. So here we go. 3, 2, 3, 6 on the set. Dice route. 1, 2, 3, 1. All right, so we've got a 4, 1, 5. So this is an on-axis single pitch. 415, we've got 50 on it. It pays 70. Take the 30 off so we can re-up our hot bets, and we get a $40 winner. We mark the 5 in our tracker, and we're going to stay with this a little longer. We need a 2 and a 4. We need a 2 and a 4 for small. So this is actually what we're going to do. That hot bets get lost. Because no, they don't get lost. I paid myself for them. I mean, I took that out of my winnings. So I'm going to pull them down because right here, what I want to do, I want a $5, I want a $25 5. I'm not going to, that $30 that's on the 6, I'm going to go ahead and put that behind. We'll go ahead and put that in odds behind. I'm going to put that in odds instead of having it on here for place. I'm going to get a $15 field. I'm going to do a $20 horn. I'm going to do a $20 horn. $15 field. I got 25 on the 5. I got 30 in odds and I got 30 on the 8. So here we go. We're gonna go ahead and swap dice sets to the 6, 4, 6, 5. We're looking to try to go ahead and hit some extremes. We do need the 2, the 11, and the 12 for extremes, and hopefully we can get a 4 and a 10 in the mix of that and complete all or tall or even a small. So here we go. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3, 1. And there's our 10. So we got our 4, 6, 10. So 6, 4, 6, 5. That's an on axis single pitch. We hit our 10. Now we don't have any money on the 10, but we have a field bet for 15. So it pays us 15, and we lose 20 on the horn. So we re-up another 5 to cover our horn, $20 back up. So that's what that does. And we're staying with the 6, 4, 6, 5. We're looking to, all we need is the extreme now on the tall, the 11 and the 12. The extreme outsides is what we're trying to hit this dice set. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3, 1. And we got our 3. We got a 2, 3, 5. So 6, 4, 6, 5. And we got a 2, 3, 5. So we hit a 5. 5 pays 30. The 25 pays 35. We lose our field and we lose our horn, but that's 35. So we just basically break even right there. 6, 4, 6, 5. Now we'll play this horn because we're using this set. And this is similar to the other set we were using. We're trying to hit the on axis numbers with these sets. 1, 2, 3, 1. And there's one of them. There's a yo. So 6, 4, 6, 5, and we got a 5, 6 yo. That was a 5. We got a 5, 6 yo. So see, this is working out how it should. We hit a yo. So let's look what it does. We lose 3 of the horn, $5, but that one $5 on the yo pays $75. It pays 75 it pays 80 and down. This pays 15. So what happens here is I take this 20 and I put my horns back up. I rack that 75. And I mark the yo. So all I need now for the tall is a 12. So I stay with this 6, 4, 6, 5 dice set. I'm looking for a point to be made of a 6. But I'm looking for my horn numbers with this dice set. 1, 2, 3, 1. And there's a 4. There's a 4, 2, 6. So there's our point made for 6. We hit our 6. All right. This is what happens. It pays 6 for every 5 back here. So in the back it pays 36. It pays 36 for the $30. And it pays $10 flat bet. I lose my field, I lose my horns. So that 35 is down, but I just now gained that with the 36 right there. What happened here? What happened here? Okay, yeah. So my bet's 30, and it pays 36. My $10 flat line, pass line plays a flat bet. So yeah, so that's what I was betting right here. This is what I won, this is what I won. So the 35 that I lost on the field and the horn just now paid for itself right there. So basically that's still like another roll that does not actually hurt to have money on the horns. So right here. So this is what we're doing. We are shooting for the 6, 4, 6, 5 set. I just hit a 6. Did I mark it? Yeah, I marked it. All right, so what I do, I go ahead and re-up my $15 field, and I re-up my $20 horn. And if I'm going to work those, well, you know what? I'm not going to work those. I'm going to work my. I am going to go ahead and work them on to come out. I'm going to work the horn and the field on to come out. I'm not working the place bets on to come out. 6465. We're looking to hit the 12, which will be a on-axis primary hit to create complete a tall. That's right. 1, 2, 3, 1. And we got our 4-6-10. So we have an on-axis single pitch 4-6-10. So our new point's a 10. Let's put the 10 in. All right. So this is a field. It pays 15 in the field. We lose our $20 horn bet, so we have to re-up $500 to get our horns back up because we want to play the horns. All right, what we also got to do, we got to go ahead and put this $30 on the 6. Because basically, this is almost an iron cross. The only difference in this version of the iron cross is we're hopping, we're playing the horns. So I think Ace called this the hopping. What was it? The horn hop, the chili horn hops, or something to that effect. So 6465, we're looking to complete a tall by way of midnight. So here we go. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3, 1. Well, we hit a 549. So we hit a 549. We have no money on this 9, but we have 15 here. We lose our horns. So we win our field, so that pays us 15, we lose 20, so we have to up a nickel. So what happens here is we're steadily going down just a touch because we're hitting these off numbers like the 4, the 9, the 10. But when the horn numbers do come, they pay in abundance. They pay good, so we can afford a few of these hits with the having to put in another nickel. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3, 1. And that's not what we needed. This is a 617. So that cleared us off. That got us, and that's not what we wanted. It cleared our ATS. All we needed was a 12. All we needed was a 2 and a 4. That got us. So we lost our 20. We lost everything here. Alright, so we had got close to the ATS. We only needed the 12 for the tall. We needed a small. We needed a 2 and a 4. So we could not complete it. We are looking at the bankroll. We've got our 500. We've got our 3 more hundred. We've got 800 right there. We've got 900 right here. So this right here is 25. 50, 75. So we got 981. So we're only down 18 bucks total, and that counts that first shooter's 0.7 out. So we're doing a $10 pass line. We're doing a $25 ATS, and we're going to try this again. Let's take a quick look over at our stats. See how that looks. So I do need to do a little work on I can see I need to do a little work on my coloring page. That's no problem. I can fix that up. But on my gauges, it's sort of similar. I need to do a little coloring to my page because my 7 is coming in dark. I can fix that. I need to bold up my letters on my frequency. I can fix all that. That's no issues I'm not concerned with. I'm not going to do it right now. I'm in the middle of a roll, or I'm in the middle of shooting right now. So yeah, you look at the SOR. We got a 9. The SRR is a 9. So you know, with two rollers, we've had I thought it showed on here. Let's go back over here. So we've had 18 rolls, and between the 18 rolls, our SOR is 9.0. So here we go. We got our money up. We're going to go ahead this time. And we're going to start out with the horns, $20 there. a $15 field. We're going to start out with our 6-4, 6-5 dice set this time. We're going to go backwards with it this time. We're going to try to go ahead and go and get some of our extremes. And maybe along the way we can find a hedging opportunity with the all tall small. So here we go. Dice are out. 6-4, 6-5. 1, 2, 3, 1. All right, so we got the 3-1-4. This would be a on axis single pitch. We hit a 4. So see, just read about this today. There were some guys talking in the group about any numbers that you're needing for the all tall small. On the next session, go ahead and bet those numbers. So we win 15 here. We lose 20 on the horns, so we have to up another 5 to get us even. All right, so our horns are up, our field's up, and we're playing a version of the Iron Cross. This version of the Iron Cross protects and allows us to continue to play field and horn every row. The only thing here that would lose us just a tad of money would be the 9. And it wouldn't lose us but $5, because if we hit the 9, we're going to win 15 here, we're going to lose 20 there, and in order to keep it going, we have to put the nickel up. So here we go, 6-4, 6-5. Here we go, dice are out. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3, 1. All right, so we got a 3-5-8. So this is an on axis single pitch again. We hit the 8. So right here, the 30 pace 35. So just the 30 pace 35. 15 of it goes back to the field. 20 of it goes back to the horn numbers. So we don't have to move any money. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3, 1. All right, we got a 4-5-9. 6-4, 6-5 on the axis primary hit. So here was the case that I said that the 9 would cost us a nickel. No problem. We up the nickel. Our horns are back up. Our field's still up. 6-4, 6-5. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3, 1. All right, so here we are. We got a big red again, big ugly red. So 6-4, 6-5. Our right dice misbehaved. I think it exploded. No, maybe it imploded. 6-4, 6-5. Our right dice imploded to create that 3. This 6-4 dice stayed on axis. This right dice imploded. We were not able to get what we needed. We were actually not able to get any hits beside an 8 and a 9. The 8 covered itself. The 9 cost us a nickel. And then when Big Red came, we had no collects. So again, today we are back into looks like we're back into the boat of what we followed with yesterday. So our SRR is gradually going, our SOR is gradually decreasing. Our hops can't get, because we can't get on axis, but we're going to try this again. We're going $25 ATS. We're going to re-up our, but we're not going to re-up our horns. We're going to go with our 3-2, 3-6 set so that we can maybe make a little bit of money to move over to the hop bets with. So 3-2, 3-6. The only thing we're coming out with is a pass line. Here we go. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. All right, so this time we got an AC doozy, or do we got a doozy AC? I can't remember if I had left on red or right on red, but either way we got a 3. So see, we could have stayed with that. All right, so we hit a 3 on the come out. Front line loser. We re-up our $10. All right, here we go. 3236. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3. We got to come out 7. So that's a front line winner. So 7 will come out. This will come out 7. So our SOR didn't change. But we have to re-up our ATS. So we re-up our ATS for a quarter each. I mean for a... Let's just go ahead and re-up it for $30. We're just going to make it 10, 10, and 10. We're going to make it 10, 10, and 10. Alright, so here we go. Dice are out. 3, 2, 3, 6. We should have enough 7s already that we don't have to keep hitting them. We've got enough for the last for the rest of the day. Dice are out. Alright, this time we got a 4, 2, 6. 4, 2, 6 is our new point. Just going to put this puck on, and I'm going to leave it on from now on. So our points is 6. Alright, so here we're putting 50 on the 5, 50 on the 9. We're doing a $30. We're doing a $5 hop for all 6s, all 8s. Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 3, 6 is our dice set. Dice are out. Alright, there's an 8. So we got a 3, 5, 8. 3, 5, 8. So our point, our 6. 6 is our point. We get 8. Alright, so it pays 75 for it pays 80 and down. It pays 80 and down. So let's do it like that. It pays 80 and down just to show what's happening. That quarter's gone. It pays 80 and down. So we re-up the $30 hops again and put the 50 in our rack. So, you know, we want to get a couple of hits like that, and then we can move over to the part of the strategy where we're needing the extremes. Here we go. Dice rack. Alright, there's a 6. So it's going to be the same scenario. The only difference is we get a pass line bet along with the 7. So we're just going to clear. It pays 80 and down. It pays 80 and down, and it pays a front line $10. The puck goes off, the place bets are off, so nothing's working other than the place line. Place bet. Nothing's working other than the pass line. We have to mark the 6 in our tracker so that our tracker sees that we have hit our point. So here we go again. 3, 2, 3, 6. We need several numbers. We've only hit a 6 and 8, so we definitely do not change sets. Dice are out. All right, we got a yoke. There's a front line winner. We hit a yoke. So that pays $10 on the front. Alright, here we go. We're still on the come out. 3, 2, 3, 6. Dice are out. And there's a front line 7. So that clears our ATS again. It pays 10 on the front. We have to re-up a quarter. Actually, we have to re-up 30 for our ATS. So we'll put the 7 in for the come out. Our ATS lost. It resets. So here we go. We're starting this back up again. 3, 2, 3, 6. Dice are up. right, this time we got a 325. 325 is our new point. I said I was going to cut that hook over and not change it back. All right, so this is what we got. Put the 5 in, that's our new point. We take the odds. We take the $50 place bet and we put them as odds. We're hopping 6s and 8s again. We're trying to hit some on axis primary hits with 3-3 and 4-4. This is what we're shooting for, is the hard way 6s and 8s. And there's an 8. It's not a hard way. It's an easy 8. So it pays 80 and down. But we're going to put, it pays 80 and down, but we're going to put 30 of it back up. So we just rack 50. Like that. We just rack 50 on 80 and down. $80 and down, it don't really pay 80 and down, it pays 75 and that stays up. You can pull it down if you want to, but then we put the other quarter back up, so it's 3, 2, 3, 6. Dice it, dice are out. Looking for a 5. And there's our 5. So we hit a 4-1-5. We hit our 5. Let's mark our 5 on our tracker. Alright, it pays 3 in the back, $10 on the front, $30 hops are down, the puck's off, dues are off. So all we're doing now is shooting for a come out. I'm leaving that puck on just to keep from having to turn it up to turn it around, but it's off. We're off on the come out. 3, 2, 3, 6 on the set. We're staying with that set. Dice are out. And there's a come out 7 double pitch. 4, 3, 7 double pitch. So this 7 come out 7 is really wearing us out. We win 10 here, but we have to put 30 back up for the ATS. So this is, really not ideal at all. These 7s have been a butthole today and yesterday. 3, 2, 3, 6 on the set. Here we go. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3. 6-5, yo. Not that that's any better because both dice, we had a drift that time. 6-5, yo is a drift. Is that one dice in there? Yeah, it's in there. So 6-5, yo. It's a frontline winner, but it's not ideal for what we want to do because the dice are off axis. So this is not what we're wanting. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3. 257 come out. Cost us $20. We win 10. We have to re-up the ATS for 30. This is sick. As AZ would say, sick. This is sick. Can't get off these 7s. This is 2 days in a row. Can't get away from these 7s. Let's try this. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3. All right, this time we got a 3, 5, 8. We still have the right dice that imploded. So our new point's at 8. We put our 50 up for our 5. We put our hot bets up for our 6s and 8s. We are rolling. Dice are up. And there's a hardway 8. So we finally hit on axis. This is what we want. Because it pays the front line 10. I gotta look at something right quick. Let me see when I put my hard 8. Does it underline? Can't really tell on that frame. I'll have to wait till the next one. Okay, so here's what it does. This quarter loses, but this pays 150 and down. So there's the 150 and down. It pays 150 and down. The hardway 8 pays 30 to 1. I had 5 on it, so it pays 150 and down. So this is what I was talking earlier about when the hotbeds, when the on axis hits come, it pays great. So you know this puck is on, but it's not working. Nothing's working on the come out. So we're staying with the 3236. We have only hit an 8. That's our only number to hit for this new ATS since we had that come out 7. Dice are out. We got aces in both places. It cost us a $10 front line. We re-up that. Alright, here we go. 3-2, 3-6. Aces in both places was an off axis. The left dice imploded. It's not what we want. Dice are up. 1, 2, 3. Alright, we got a 5-1-6. This is an on axis primary hit. New points is 6. Alright, so we have a new point established. Alright, so I can't tell for sure when I hit that last 8. I know it was a hard way. Yeah, it's got it under. I can see it now. There is a little small line up under the 8. If you notice at the top of the screen, so that just displays that it was a hard 8. Okay, so here we go. We're going to hop 6s and 8s again for $5 each. We're playing the 3-2-3-6 dice set. We're looking for 6s and 8s, preferably hardways. Dice roll. 2, 3. And that's not going to get it. This is definitely not going to get it. We're driving our SOR down every row. Now we're down to a 10. I don't guess a 10 SOR is crazy outstanding with 40 rows. But SRR is down to 5 because we had 4 come out with 7s. Okay, so here we've lost our money again. But if you notice, we did hit a hardway 8 a few minutes ago, hopping it with a nickel. So what that does, that keeps us, you know, somewhat in the game. Now this puck's not working. So we can kind of look at our money right here. We can tell we're $75 down from having a $500 here. Let's see what that would be. There's a quarter. There's 50. That makes 75. So these reds and those greens make 500, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 916. We only started with 1,000, so we're only down $84. But we've had several opportunities. We've lost a lot of money on ATS because we've been putting 30 a pop up. Those 4 come out 7s cost us 30, 30, 30, 30. So that's $120 there. We had 4 more 0.7 out, so that's another $120. So on the 8 sessions that we rode, we've not hit an ATS yet. That's $30 a pop times 8. That's $240. So the ATS alone has got us in the negative. Not really alone, but the ATS money is at least $200, or I think $240, and we're only down $84. So no worries. We're going to continue this. We're going to jump over right quick to the stats page just to get a brief update on what's happening. So you can see, and I have to go in and fix my sheets, but I'm not going to do it at the moment. But you can see that the inside, actually the 5 and the 8 is actually like the 8's the most dominant, followed by the 5. So yeah, so we'll go back to the camera because I'm not going to go into the gauges because I'm trading dice sets, but we're going to roll again. So let's go with the red and blue dice. We're going with a $30 ATS, 10, 10, 10, and we're going with a $10 pass line. Money's up. Dice are up. All right, come out 7. Goes the front line. So come out 7. It was a 1-6. 1-6-7. Left dice and plugged it. It cost us $20 more because we win 10, we lose 30. These come out 7s. These come out 7s are killers. They are taking too much money from this game. These come out 7s. Costing me a lot on the ATS. There's the 268. That's an on-axis primary hit, 2-6. Our new point's at 8. Alright, here we go. Alright, so we gotta get our bets up. We're going to same betting method for a moment. We need enough ATSs that this can expand over to the other dice set. We had that on the first roll or the second session, but we have not been able to continue it. That's right. $268. This is an on-axis primary hit, back-to-back repeater. So, what's that do? It pays 75 and down. There's the 75 and down. There's the $10 front line. And points back. Huh. What happened here? So we hit an 8. Then we hit an 8. Nope, that wasn't right. We hit a come out 7, then we hit an 8, then we hit an 8. That's more like it. Yeah, that's what we did. I didn't have things over here. Okay, so here we go. We got $10 there. We got our money here. Our puck is on up. I'm not cutting it to the off position. No reason in it, but nothing's working. Dice are out. We got ace, 3, 4. So our new points are 4. New point is a 4. Insert that in the tracker. And here we go. 3, 2, 3, 6 on the set. Oh, okay, hold on. We gotta get our $30 hops working. We got our 5 and our 9 working. So here we go. Dice are out. And there's a 4, 5, 9. 4, 5, 9. Right dice imploded. It pays 70, we lose 30, so we get paid 40 to keep our hops working. So we get paid 40, put our 9 in the tracker, and we're ready to roll. Alright, here we go. 3, 2. 3, 6. Dice. And there's a 4, 6, 10. 4, 6, 10. We have nothing working. We have nothing working on the 10. We have nothing working in the field. We lose our $30 hops. So, if you look at the board, we've hit 8, 9, and 10. All we need is the extremes. So we go ahead at this point and we go ahead and shift over to the different betting strategy, which is basically an iron cross and $20 home runs. That's all it is. We need the extremes for the tall. So we go right into the 6-4, 6-5, dice it. Dice roll. Now we got a 3, 5, 8. 3, 5, 8. So that's an on-axis single pitch. Our 8 marks in the tracker, but it doesn't change. It doesn't change anything on our bets because the 30 pays 35. We put 15 of it back in here, and we put 20 of it back on our horn. So it doesn't cost us anything to take another roll. Dice roll. 1, 2, 3. And we have a 5, 4, 9. Put that in the tracker. We have 15 on the field. We've got 20 on the horn, so we have to drop a nickel. That keeps our horn bets coming back for another round. 6, 4, 6, 5. Dice roll. 1, 2, 3. All right, this time we got a 4, 4, hard way, 8. We're not playing the hard, we're not hopping 8 right now, so we hit a 4, 4. Go ahead and mark that in there. So I can't really tell. It don't look like, for some reason now, the last time when I did hit a hard way 8 and I put that 8 in, it gives a little line up under it. This time, it didn't give it. I don't understand that, but it'll be a function I have to look at. Okay, so no bets change. I mean, I win 35, but I lose 35 on the horns and on the field. 6, 4, 6, 5. Dice roll. 1, 2, 3. And we've got it that time. 4, 3, 7. Alright, so why did our last 8? Oh, is it on there? I can't tell. No, so that 8 did not input as a hard way. What is the deal with that? Okay, so I don't know what the deal with that is, but that's a 7 out. So our SOR is sucky. Our SOR is sucky. We needed an 11, we needed a 12, and we couldn't get it. But SOR is steadily going down. We're down to a 10.0 again, which is probably not the terriblest thing when you think about it. But the problem is, we're steadily losing money. We're going again. We're going with our $30 ATS. We're going with our $10 pass line. And let's go right here. Blue and black. 3, 2, 3, 6. Let me see. Dice all out. 1, 3. Double pitch. Come out 7. So lose 20. So I put a nickel up. I put a quarter up and take a nickel back. Come out 7 has killed our ATS money very badly. 3, 2, 3, 6. Double pitching. Dice roll. All right, we got a 1, 4, 5. 1, 4, 5 is our new point. See if we can complete this ATS. If we can complete the ATS with 10 on it, that'll get us back kind of probably where we need to be. I'm gonna go 50 on the 9 and 50 in odds on the 10. I'm hopping all 6s and 8s. 3, 2, 3, 6 on the 6. Dice roll. And we got a 1, 5. We got a 5, 1, 6. 5, 1, 6 is an on-axis primary hit. It pays 80 and down, but we're going to reinvest 30 of it. So we're going to rack 50. 3, 2, 3, 6. Dice roll. Now we got a 4, 6, 10. Oh, we actually got a 6, 4, 10. 10 has no money on it. We lose our hot bets on the 10. I just want to try something. I'm going to insert a 5, 5, but I didn't hit it, and I'm going to insert say a 2 or 11. No, hang on, I did something wrong. I hit insert 11. I just want to see if that 5, 5. So the 5, 5. Now earlier when I hit an 8. Alright, I'm going to clear those last 2 off. So, okay, so now I'm back to where I was at. Earlier when I hit an 8 the hard way, it inserted the line under the bottom. And that's the way I thought the sheet was supposed to work. This last time I hit a hard way and I inserted it the correct way, it did not put the line under the bottom. I just tried the 5, 5 again. It did not put the line under the hard 10. Alright, so no worries. So, we've hit a 10, we've hit a 5, we've hit a 6. That's all we've hit. I'm going to go ahead and replace these ATS hops, these hop bets for nickel each. And we're staying with it. 3, 2, 3, 6 in the 6. Dice roll. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Alright. Bad ugly. 3, 2, 3, 6. Right dice imploded. Can't get away from it, can I? I can't get away from this. That dropped my SOR down to 9.2 now. Steadily losing, steadily losing, steadily losing. I'm down. There's 200, 400, 600. I've got 631. So I'm down 340 bucks. Let's go again. We got 10, 10, and 10 up there, so we get back change of 20. 10 of it goes on the pass line. 10 of it goes back in the rack. Need a new point. Now we have to have a new point. Here we go. 3, 2, 3, 6. Dice or come out 7. Can you believe it? Cost us $20. Come out 7s. We've had 7 come out 7s. Or that made the 6th come out 7. 6 come out 7s. Just pitiful. 3, 2, 3, 6. Dice round. 1, 2, 3. Huh! Come out 7 again. This is not going to get it next week's tournament. Have to re-up $20 more to keep playing this ATS because of these come out 7s. Next week in the tournament, the SRR is your is really what things are based on. These come out 7s is killing my SRR. Dice round. 1, 2, 3. Now we got a 1, 3, 4. The left dice imploded. 1, 3, 4. So our points are 4. Go ahead and enter that. Let's get some money up. Alright, we're going to hop. We're hopping 6s and 8s for a nickel each, and we got $20 in change. We have to make some hits here. We're going too far in the negative. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3. Alright, we got a 2, 4, 6. This is an on-axis single pitch, so it's 80 and down. We'll leave 30 up, so we collect 50. Let's go ahead and put a quarter on the 4 and a quarter on the 10, just in case we get those. It does have to pay for those hops. Go ahead and mark. What was that number we just hit? 6. 3, 2, 3, 6. We have to find some way to rack some money. In order to rack some money, we got to hit these hard 6s and hard 8s. Dice round. 1, 2, 3. That's not going to get it. That is just a killer. This crap is not cutting it. SOR is down to 8.6. SRR is down to 4.0. 60 rows. Cannot get anything going because of these 7s. So what's the deal here, y'all? What's the deal? Do I need to just give this shooting up and go for the do the Andrew strategy and do lay the back wall? Because I mean, I think I would come out better. Definitely would think I would come out better. I'm down to $421 out of 1,000, so I'm over almost 600 in the hole. Almost 600 in the hole. $30 on the ATS, $10 on the front on the pass line. 10, 10, and 10 on ATS. Here we go. Three, 2, 3, 6. Something has got to give. Dice are out. 4, 4, hardway 8. We are not betting. We wasn't betting on it. We needed it. Quit it, Leo. 4-4, hardly 8. Let's see if that, I don't know why the line did not go up under those. Let me see something right here. I mean, I don't know. There's some kind of function that's not functioning. There's some kind of formula that's not functioning properly. I have to look into that. 50 on the 5, 50 on the 9. $30 hops. 3236. Dice route. 2, 3. 6-6. That's probably our first 12 I've seen all day. It might be the first 12 I can remember hitting all day. The left dice exploded. The right dice stayed on the axis. We lost our $30 hops. We're going to replace them. Take a 20 and change. We're not needing to hit a 12. We're needing to hit a hop. I mean, we're needing to hit a heart 6 or a heart 8. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3. Sold, guys. 7.9 on SOR. We're down to $221. So roughly $800 loss because we cannot stay off of these 7s. So definitely, see there, Andrew's strategy would have netted us 180 minus a big, would have netted us $30 lay in the back wall, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30. I don't know, it would have netted us $150, $170 instead of losing 200. So I'm gonna call it right there. I can't get nothing going with this crap. I'm just gonna call it a day right there. Maybe or maybe not come back later. But on that note, Chili from O-Town and Dice are